Sunday Smack Talk starts now. We're talking NFL, we'll show you how. Your team is gonna win or lose. We're stacking big fat units, we're the ones you choose. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. Sunday Smack Talk starts now. We're talking NFL, we'll show you how. Your team is gonna win or lose. We're stacking big fat units, we're the ones you choose. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. Sunday Smack Talk starts now. We're talking NFL, we'll show you how. Your team is gonna win or lose. We're stacking big fat units, we're the ones you choose. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. Sunday Smack Talk starts now. We're talking NFL, we'll show you how. Your team is gonna win or lose. We're stacking big fat units, we're the ones you choose. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. Sunday Smack Talk starts now. We're talking NFL, we'll show you how. Your team is gonna win or lose. We're stacking big fat units, we're the ones you choose. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow. Sunday Smack Talk starts now. We're talking NFL, we'll show you how. Your your team is gonna win or lose. We're stacking big fat units, we're the ones you choose. From the floor to the ceiling, we win so much. We love football, we love talking smack you can't touch. Get ready, the show begins now. We're the kings of the game, take a bow.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to you wherever you are in the world. How y'all doing? Welcome in. Welcome in.
Morning. Good morning.
Oh, it's Sunday. Oh man, it's Sunday Smack Talk, second to last week of the season. I am hyped. I can't wait to lose today and not make the playoffs and all for naught. And then it doesn't really matter. Like, you know, all these teams that have been in the hunt, you know, for this, it doesn't matter at this point, you know, it doesn't matter at this point. So we'll see what happens. I guess these next 2 weeks will be anxiety ridden, absolute shit fests as far as I'm concerned. But how you doing this morning? How you doing?
I'm good. Do you have the big black box on your screen, or is that just me?
I do have the big black back, yes, this one here. Yeah, we can get rid of that for right now. Good call. This one here. This one.
Yep. Perfect.
Okay, there we go. It's just us. There it is.
Yeah,
there it is. Welcome in, snapping. How you doing? It's Sunday, and the Dallas Cowboys are out of the playoffs, and your heart is happy. Well, they were out last week, and they still found a way to get a W. You know, they ran into a team playing their worst football that they've played all season long, and thus is the story. But yes, the Cowboys are not in the playoffs. There's nothing they can do. They've actually shut down CeeDee Lamb now. After he tore us up, you know, I mean, it was just great. Great to hear all the storylines that happened, you know, this week. Like, oh, you just really wanted to beat the Bucs. Like that was important to you. All right, cool. Rock and roll. Could have shut him down last week. You know?
But yeah, I think, you know, you're going to have an anxiety-filled 2 weeks for your reasons. I'm going to have anxiety-filled, you know, 2 weeks for my own reasons. You know, hoping that my team can't win, you know.
Yeah, you're trying to like secure that number one overall. You know what I mean? Overpaid quarterback. You can't produce anything. Yeah, I mean, look, Cooper Rush looks damn good. Like if I was in the NFC East, I would be worried about years to come with Cooper Rush led Dallas Cowboys. That's what I'd be worried about. But is that worry you at all as a fan of another team inside the NFC East?
What, Cooper Rush?
Yeah.
No, not at all. Okay, so was he gonna go out there gonna have 2 really good games? Okay, you're still not making the playoffs.
That was great. You were like, I never thought about it. I'd ever have to answer this question. I never thought anybody would ever ask me this question in reality.
Yeah, no.
So I'm just gonna say no. Like, what are you asking me? That was fantastic.
I mean, like, really though, like, okay, so let's just go. Let's say he throws 500 yards and like 7 touchdowns today. Okay, cool. You're still going to be watching the playoffs the same spot as our team.
Yes. Yeah. No, 100%. Yeah, it's a whole different story. Cooper Rush is good and Dak is I mean, look, Dak has definitely not played his best football in a while, and Cooper's playing pretty good football. So I don't know how it all breaks down in games that mean anything. I don't know. We'll have to see. Like, these games don't mean anything. So Cooper's playing with house money as far as I'm concerned. You know, let's get him out there with the ones against other teams that are in meaningful games for them, and you know, maybe the pressure is too much for him. I have no idea, but do you think they should move on from Dak? Or are we spending too much time? We're spending too much time talking about Dallas. We're spending far too much time talking about Dallas.
It's fine. I don't have any problem talking about the demise of Dallas. It's fine. I mean, but it's fine. It's literally what I've been trying to tell everybody all year. And you see why El Jefe hasn't shown up. You know, he just knows that I've been right and he's been wrong. But no, I think they've paid him too much. I don't think, unfortunately, that anybody. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but like, who else is going to eat that contract?
Yeah,
yeah.
Nobody's
for
eating
quarterback.
That contract, you know,
this is like the second or third time he's gotten injured in the last like how many seasons?
Yeah, I mean, he had the hand injury. He had a bad ankle injury. You know, so. Pays somebody $240 million and he hasn't produced one Super Bowl appearance, let alone win or even conference championship game. Yeah, I mean,
to get to the Super Bowl, you got to get to the conference championship, and they can't even do that.
Yeah. There's stair steps to get there for sure. One would argue that Lamar shouldn't have been paid, but he got paid. Burrow has a Super Bowl appearance.
He should have gotten paid. At least he wins. He gets MVPs. The person that shouldn't have gotten paid was Daniel Jones. That's
Daniel
who
Jones,
shouldn't
yeah,
have gotten
yeah,
paid.
I agree. So it's an interesting dichotomy. Like to say that quarterbacks shouldn't get the money that they get is solely based on that is something that I would typically say. But if it's only are you Brady or are you Mahomes, I think the answer to that is like, well, nobody's going to get paid then, right? Because nobody are those two
Josh
guys.
Allen.
Like, right? What's Josh Allen done, right? But lose to Mahomes in the playoffs. That's all he does. Like, you're going to pay him $300 million to lose to Mahomes? All right, dude. All right, dude. You know, so. You're a Patriots fan? Okay, gotcha. All right, fair enough. Yeah, and your wife is gotcha. So you've had to deal. I don't know how that's even like been a thing though. That can't be like a tit for tat over the last like 25 years, right? So, I mean
Literally
that has
my
to be
least-
like, right?
My
Like
literally two favorite
yeah,
teams to hate on.
yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, the two teams that you love to talk shit about. But that can't even be a thing, right? Over the last 25 years, Patriots have been Super Bowl favorites before the season started for a solid 19 of the last 25 years. The Cowboys are perennial losers. All they do is fucking lose. Like you could remix the song about them. Like the Cowboys haven't done shit. So it would be an interesting one, but then you also can't go too hard on your wife because, you know, I get it. Like I get that, you know what I mean? So Super Bowl's gonna be Lions and Bills. You think it's gonna be that, and you think the Lions? Wow. Wow. What's up, Scotty? How you doing? Fire Zach Taylor. Wow. That's aggressive. Oh, all right, Scotty. All right, coming in
And
hot.
they won.
Exactly. I mean, did you see the game though? Like it was
I
way
did.
too back and forth for me.
But it shouldn't have
man.
been if the kicker makes that, then it doesn't even go to overtime or.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I get it. You need some defensive help. You know what I mean? Yeah. Clock management, terrible. Yeah. The scores with 124. Get your star running back hurt at the last second. And they're like, hey, look, go down.
It wasn't clock.
You know?
The clock management was because the fucking guy didn't know how to slide.
Yeah. It's pretty bad.
How do you know,
pretty bad.
If the guy slides there, then he calls timeout. It's then third down. They take another little run, and then they call a timeout with like 10 seconds left. They kick the field goal.
Right.
The running back getting hurt there fucked everything.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No, I don't think it was first down. I think they would have got the ball back with roughly 30 some odd seconds, needing a field goal. So. I mean, I guess look at this point too. Your defense also stinks. Oh, you were there. You were in the stadium. Wow, that had to be wild. In the stands for it. So that was first down. Oh, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. So, yeah, I mean, there was a lot to it, but it's just it was very very strange watching it on TV and watching Chase go down and get hurt. So, oh man. Oh, you were in that end zone. All right, dude. All right. Well, hey, you were there for a big win. Right? Big win on a Saturday evening. Come on now. You got to get rid of the man. Yeah, I hear you. I'm sure everyone's probably screaming at that point in time. So, oh man, but welcome in, Scotty. Welcome in. Glad you were able to catch a Bengals W. I think I would be more concerned about the defensive.
No, absolutely. That is
worst coach in the league.
Blasphemy. You must not have been seeing the coaching decisions going on in New York.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of bad coaches in there, so. Yeah, defense played as well as they could, especially you got a rookie QB on the other side. I agree. I think the defense did play their best game of the year. But the problems all year long have been defensively. Like, one bad game, you got to allow coaches to have a bad game. But I'm not going to say that I've watched all the Bengals snaps to know for sure, but I have watched all of the Bucs snaps, and I would trade you Zach Taylor for fucking the Todd Bowles any day of the week, twice on a Sunday, twice on a Thursday. Like, absolutely would we trade that? Like, are you kidding me? He'd be like, it's 1st and 5 from the goal line. What do we do? 0 blitz. It's 4th and 30 from the 20. What do we do? 0 blitz. Every fucking play, 0 blitz. Coach Bowles, the opposing quarterback is completed 100% of the passes, against 0 blitz. 0 blitz. Let's go. Do I like Tom Brady? I'm a Brady fan. Absolutely, Jake. Appreciate you stopping by. I've been a Brady fan even when he was with the Patriots. And then when he came to my home team and my team is from the Bucs and saved us from the world of mediocrity that Jameis Winston had us in. Oh man. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a giant Tom Brady fan. Absolutely. Always have been. So How the fuck can you ice your own kicker? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. How did I feel about the 2022 Buccaneers? I feel like we wasted his last year. I really do, with poor defense. I feel like the offensive line going down put him and made him very scared. He looked very timid as a quarterback, which I'd never seen really from him. But he was scared. He looked scared to me, you know. So yeah, it was a rough year. That was obviously a rough year, Jacob. That was a rough year. But you know what? I'm still okay with it. It is what it is. I would have obviously much preferred it. Yeah, we got a Super Bowl out of it. We were back to back, or back to back, I guess, division champions, and we'll see what's going to happen. You know, who knows? But yeah, you know, we had great years. We had great years with Tom Brady. You know, it's all good. It's all good. I think if Jensen doesn't get hurt that year, that whole year is different. I think if Jensen doesn't lose his career in training camp, it's a whole different game, a whole different ball club. So. He iced his own kicker. I didn't even know he iced his own kicker. That's hilarious. So, oh man. So, how did you feel oh yeah. Exactly what Streamlabs says. Fucking overrated there, Jacob. Overrated. Oh man. I could care less. I could care less about the Cowboys.
We don't really care about the star team,
right? Like, are we actually saying that like that meant something or does something? Is that the Cowboys' claim to fame these days? We beat 48-year-old Tom Brady in his last game. Oh man, like when we were 2 touchdown favorites, you know, on the road. Like, come on, really? I have no idea. Are you Jacob? Are you a Cowboy fan? Is Jacob Jacob B might be a Cowboy fan? Wow, are you clinging on to the only thing that you can like be hopeful for here? We got a Cowboy fan in the chat, everybody. I
mean, good luck. I mean, I guess that's good for you. I mean, someone's got to be, right?
I mean, there's a lot of them out there, but like this is what they have to cling for, you know? Yeah, he was 45 at the time. Right. I was being hyperbolic. And it's one of those things that is just, if this is what you're clinging to, you know what I mean? You know? Oh, you don't like him. Okay. You don't like him. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm a big fan of Brady. And it's just funny that Cowboys, they love to bring this up. Oh, you're a Packer fan. Oh, gotcha. All right, cool. So you know a lot about mediocrity. You've had to watch it for a very long time, and with overrated quarterbacks. Yeah, you know all about that. All right, cool. Man, oh man. I love the last 2 weeks of the season. You know, and the last 2 weeks of the regular season. Are what a time to be alive. I can't wait to win some money this weekend. I didn't have any action this week. I didn't like any of the games. What did you dabble a little bit this week, or do you have anything going out there? These Thursday, Sunday, Wednesday, Tuesday games, all these games?
To be honest, I didn't even really think about football.
Fair enough.
8:30 this morning.
Oh, fair enough.
Well, that's a lie.
That's interesting. Mm-hmm.
I did have my fantasy championship that I was worrying about.
Okay.
But other than that, no.
Fair enough.
What
Omega,
up, Omega,
what's up? Good morning, Omega. Restream
you're a
does
little
not
late.
seem to be kicking everything back into chat, which is very strange. But I don't know what's going on with that. So try to do a test. No idea if that's going to work or not. We'll see. I have no idea. But yeah, Restreambot seems to be not kicking everything to each other's chats. Well, you guys can see it on the screen here in a second as we get rolling and get started. Let's get started here. So now you can. I know everybody can see the chats here. We're live in multiple places on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, MySpace. We're live everywhere. So everywhere. So good at home, close to 10 last night for the game. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. KTFO right after that. What does KTFO mean?
Did he go to a game too?
I think so. I think Omega was at the Rams game. Is what I'm getting at from this. So knock the fuck out. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking like pass the fuck out, something like that. But yeah. Okay. Got it. Knock the fuck out. Yeah. That's what I knew that. Yeah, obviously, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. 200 IQ. So you were happy that the Packers was gone. Yeah. I mean, right. That game had to have sucked. Like anxiety as a fan for sure. So. Yes. So I'm a big Bucks fan. Bam Bam here is a big Giants fan. Absolutely. That is our dichotomy and the way that we break it down. Absolutely. Yes. So
I live
unfortunately,
my life in misery.
Yeah, we've chosen teams that don't have long runs of happiness. We have mostly long runs of unhappiness and bitterness and hoping for high draft picks.
It just makes us appreciate those good seasons so much more.
Exactly. You know, like who wants to fucking win every year? Like who wants to just know that your team's going to be in the playoffs and you're going to be competing for a championship every single year? How boring would that be? Like, God.
Plus, we don't all have the
Who wants to do
financial
that?
ability to pay off refs. You know, it's just not.
I mean, look, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Little, you got to grease the skids a little bit, you know? That's why when people tell me that they think the Lions are going to win anything in the Super Bowl, I'm like, come on. Have you not met the mighty Patrick Mahomes? Have you not met mighty Mahomes and his best friend, head official? Oh, man. 97 won the Super Bowl. I do remember that. I remember that. We were not 9-7. We were 10. We were 11-5 in a wild card spot right there. Won the last 4 games of the season, and then won the last 4 in the playoffs. Oh yeah, I remember that completely. Yeah, I mean, picked off Aaron Rodgers 3 times. I remember that wholeheartedly. Absolutely. When Aaron Rodgers thought he could run and beat Devin White, like the only thing Devin White could do was run. He beat Devin White in the end zone, right? Like, come on, like that game was lost. Sorry.
Although I will say the fans sounded like the most they've ever been there in that stadium for the Rams.
Yeah. Oh, is that right? Oh, the Giants. You're talking about the Giants way back when. I got you. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about the Giants who barely made it to playoffs both years that we made our Super Bowl runs. Yeah, we have nothing to really like be hyped about there. Both times we won the Super Bowl, we barely got in as like a 7th or a 6th seed. Yeah, so it's not like we're winning the division. We're going 12-2 or 12-4. Yeah, we squeak by. Exactly.
Yeah. That's very true. That's very true. I mean, but you won the Super Bowl.
Just like
you beat the greatest to ever touch it. You know.
Just like 2 years ago when we barely got in the playoffs, we beat the Vikings, and then we mistakenly paid Daniel Jones $40 million a year. Yeah, it's stupid decisions that our franchise make.
Oof. Yep. That's a tough one. That is a tough one for sure. So, offense sucked the energy right out of the stadium. Yeah, you could argue that the sideline during the halftime had more energy. Wow, that's crazy, Omega. That is nuts. Yeah. Cowboys always choke. Yeah, when they have a good record. Yeah, Cowboys always choke. Period. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, when the game's on the line, you don't want a Cowboy.
And they've had some good offensive lines and great defenses, and they just seem to.
Yeah, they sure have. Like when they had DeMarco Murray, right? I mean, they should have been runaway favorites back then. You know what I mean? Like they should have.
They had a top 5 offensive line for like what, 8-9 years in a row.
Yes, exactly. It's laughable. Oh, our scroller's broken again. Very sorry, everybody. I'm not sure what's going on with that thing. But we'll get it fixed. Either way, the important parts about the scroller up top is join the Daily Fantasy League. Okay, we got fantasy football going on right now. You can get in, $5 to get in. Come take our money if you dare. We'd love for you to get in and join the community. But yeah, got a little bit of a late start, obviously, with everything going on this week. So yeah, there was a couple people in there, but we're gonna get this thing cranked up. Everyone's joining this dang thing. We're getting into it right away. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link right in here. Right, that's the link right there. We're gonna drop the link right in the chat right here, so you can take a look at it. So we're getting in there. We're getting in there though. But feel free, come on in and take it away. But let's get into some fact or fantasy right now. So fantasy championships are going on. Let us know how you're doing. Please take it away.
I finished the regular season in first place. I've steamrolled my opponents to make it to the championship game. I mistakenly felt the Christmas spirit on Monday or Tuesday morning when I got a message saying, "Would you like to split the championship?" And it was Christmas Eve. I must have been feeling like the spirit. I was like, sure, why not? But it might come back and be good that I did, but I don't think it will. I think I'm gonna blow this guy out the water. As you can see, I'm projected to win. He's got Sam Darnold going against Green Bay. Spoiler: I got Green Bay winning today. Jaden Daniels, he's gonna have another great week today going against Atlanta. Henry did his thing. Bijan Robinson, he's gonna have a good day. Jahmyr Gibbs continues to be the number 1 clear cut now that Montgomery's out. He's going to have another huge day. All I need my neighbors to do is get me 10 points like he did last week. I should be good there. with the quarterback situation in Philly, I think it's going to be a heavy dose of Saquon. AJ Brown will get his, but I definitely think Saquon will be the number one option in Philly. Just we can scroll down a little bit.
Yep, absolutely. And Jacob, we will get to pick at all the games that is coming up. You will get to hear who we think is going to win in a Eagles without Jalen Hurts going against that monster Cooper Rush. You'll get to hear all that. We'll get into it here soon. Sorry.
Let's see. So I got Nico. Well, he had Nico Collins. Thankfully, only got 8.9 since he was like the number one option there. I thought he'd have a little bit more, but that game was an absolute stinker. 2 points. How do you do that? You don't even score on offense. Your defense gets you 2.
It was so bad. So bad. I mean, is Houston really a playoff team at this point? I have to look at them and I just think they're a joke. You know, I think Houston is a joke. I had called this from the start of the season. I didn't like CJ Stroud. I didn't like the hype around him. I said, man, this guy has to actually do something for multiple years in a row before we crown him the prince heir apparent that is to Mahomes. And yeah, it's just no.
Well, the injuries haven't helped for sure. And like I called it earlier in the season that, that they need to make the run now because, and people thought I was laughing, but I mean, it's only going to get harder with free agency coming up and contracts and blah, blah, blah. So this was the team for them to make a run. I mean, they can rebuild, but, Mixon's getting older and, Stephon Diggs is Stephon Diggs and they got hit by the injury bug.
You got all the core pieces though. You got the quarterback, you got the star edge rusher. They could be good. It's not now or never. I stand behind that. It's not now or never. Like ever. Anyway. I got
rehashing
Debo arguments.
Debo, he's hit or miss. He either has a really good game or he gets you like 6 points. I think that depends on Brock Purdy and against Detroit. Their defense is banged up, so he could get some points. I think my steal of the year was getting Brock Bowers for sure. Rookie tight end, fantasy MVP of my team. I think this year has definitely. I think he's averaged like 18 points a game for me. Going against Zach Ertz, I think that's a win in my column. And then Connor got hurt, which kind of sucks. But I got Indianapolis defense going against my Giants, and Cade York ended with 5 points. So yeah, I'm projected to win by like 66%. So hopefully I can pull that championship off.
Absolutely, yeah. I think you got this in the bag. Again, no Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia this week. I'm just not sure what exactly is going to happen out there. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll get to the picks. Yeah. I don't want to spoil it too soon. But no Jalen Hurts. That team looked like a whole different football team. I don't know if you could just turn around and hand the ball. You got to make Kenny Pickett. You got to make him see if he can throw it. So Aaron Rodgers should have retired 5 years ago. Like fuck that dude. Okay, when he stole,
I think Houston
MVP.
I think Houston is definitely good enough to. Well, they made the playoffs. They're guaranteed the AFC South, which I mean, come on, their division's probably the second easiest in the league right now. So it gets Deontay Johnson time to get in there and get comfortable with the playbook. But as far as making a long playoff run, I can't see it with how the Bills and the Ravens and the Chiefs are playing right now.
Right.
So, and even the Steelers, I mean, you catch them on a good day where they're actually remembering how to play on offense. They could be someone to watch out for.
There's tiers, right? Like the Steelers probably can't really compete with the Chiefs and the Bills and the Ravens, but the Steelers can absolutely dominate every other team that isn't those three in the AFC. Is what they've kind of shown. So if the Steelers go on the road to Houston, I'll take the Steelers by 10, easy. Like it won't even be a question. Yep. I think if the Steelers have to go on the road to anywhere else, they're probably not gonna do all that well. So we'll have to see how it all plans out and plays out, but. I mean, the Bills are probably going to win by 30 today, right? And it's just the Bills are trying to make a run. I don't think they can get the 1 seed anymore, right? Like the Chiefs already locked up the 1 seed. Is that right?
Yeah, that's after Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so for sure. So, absolutely. Yeah. So Aaron Rodgers, 41 years old, he should retire. Aaron Rodgers 5 years ago, 2019, he was playing. He's been overrated since 2005, Jacob, and the teams knew it. Everybody passed on him. They knew it. He's a cancer to the locker room, right? He's awful. This guy's a joke, man. He's an absolute trash can. So in 2019,
numbers will even state that the Jets were better last year with Zach Wilson and whoever the other guy was than they were this year with Rodgers.
100%.
Better,
100%.
better record, better numbers. I mean, yeah, the defense was better last year, but yeah, they were a better team all around last year than they were this year with him
100%. And every team's different, so it's hard to just outright like blanketly say that, but like let's just say Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, he's such an overrated quarterback. People say he looks the part. He's got the arm. He's got all this talent. His talent has surfaced into shit. He hasn't done anything. He won one Super Bowl, right? He's so good. He's the greatest. Blah, 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 blah. One Super Bowl, and then he chokes as much as every other cowboy out there in history. Like Aaron Rodgers is just, man. Should I restate? No, you can go back and check the VOD if you want to check my credentials, Mr. Rogers, if you want to see who I am. But the Vikings beating the Packers today. Interesting take. Extreme Gunner, what's up? How you doing? Welcome in. Interesting take. That's
go back and look at their schedule too. They played a bunch of bad teams this year.
Vikings?
Yeah.
Yeah, Vikings have had some ups and downs. Their defense looked really good for a point in time, and then you realize that maybe they didn't play the best offense.
I think the next 2 weeks will tell you who the Vikings are.
That's for sure. Who they got the Lions coming up to end the season? Is that right?
Packers today, Vikings next week, or Lions next week.
Yeah. So they're tough games. So you need Buffalo. You need the Vikings.
You win the games that are on your schedule, and they've done that. But just look at the teams they've beaten.
Yeah. I get it. The Vikings definitely are not maybe the juggernaut that we thought they were, and things like that for sure. You need Buffalo, the Vikings, and Cleveland to win today for the Rams to formally win the division. Yeah, or you just win next week, Omega, and you're good, right? You know what I mean? Bad teams, they barely lost to the Lions.
Yes,
that is true.
That is true, but look at the word that's in there: lost.
Yeah, I mean that's true. You know, an L's an L, right? Doesn't matter whether you win by an inch or a mile. A win is winning. You know what I mean?
Not saying
live
on
both channels.
Or a good
Vinkage,
team.
What's up, Vinkage? How you doing? You think that the NFL?
I'm not saying the Vikings are like a bad team. I'm just saying look at their schedule.
Yeah, I think Jacob, we're all in agreement. Like wherever we're at now, Aaron Rodgers should retire. Right? He's become a distraction for his team. He brought everybody. He tried to do what Brady did, where he brings his band back together, and it failed miserably. At this point in time, he's either going to step into a team and does what that team want. Right, got his coach fired mid-season. This is what blew my mind. People said, "Oh, well, Robert Saleh is gone." You lose your head coach. No team has ever made a deep playoff run after losing their coach in the middle of the 5 weeks into the season. What was it? 5-6 weeks? It was ridiculous. Like when you do that, you're giving up on the season. Like they're done. They're cooked. It was over. Went
out and traded for Devontae Adams, and the results haven't been there, but I think the Raiders have looked better. I mean, they're not winning, but they've looked more like a better team. And the Jets,
I think it worked for both. Yeah.
And there's been spurts where the Jets have looked good, but like it really hasn't worked out for the Jets either.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to rekindle that magic that just isn't there anymore.
Exactly. It's just too much. It's too much to overcome. I think Rodgers should retire. It'd be best for everybody involved. He can ride off into the sunset and go do his wilderness hikes or whatever he does, and I feel like that would be better for him. And I know like that. So
I know they're all grown ass men and they're getting paid, but like when you make one mistake and you look over and you can just see that Rodgers' face is like, you could just see it. Like it just brings. I feel like it would bring the whole team down. Because anytime one little thing goes wrong, you could see it all over Rodgers' face. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? Like
and this is the thing. Like, one guy drops a pass, and Rodgers is like, oh, right?
Yep.
For once, I want to see Garrett Wilson say, "Oh, that ball is 30 feet over my head." Oh, because that happens way more than they drop the passes. So,
for sure.
Who do we got for the Super Bowl 2025? Ooh, it's a little early for Super Bowl picks. Ooh,
Yeah, let's see who's in the playoffs first.
Little early, but I would not be surprised if it's the refs versus. We'll see. We will see what happens. But this is your the first of 40 more reminders. Get in the DraftKings, right? So the DraftKings is running today through Monday. So we have 10 games only to choose from. So be a fun slate of games to choose from. We're going to do Sunday through Monday. This is 10 games right in here. This is how I do it. I use AI and I use smarter systems than me to build these things. So I show you guys, this is exactly how I'm building my roster, right? So if there's any questions at all, you're not too sure what's going on, it's just like this. It's that easy. So, this is what I like to do here. So let's go ahead and let's drop out the people we know we'll never have on our team. So nobody from here, and definitely nobody from here, right? Nobody at all. So let's go ahead and build this lineup up. Let's take a look, see what the hell happens here. So this is I don't know if I like this. Saquon Barkley screwed me last week. They screwed me last week. There's a lot of chatter for that. I wish Shador would come back home to South Florida. You know what I'm saying?
You can have him.
We can have him?
Yeah, you could have him.
Wow. Who are you trying to get after here?
I want Cam Ward.
I don't know what I read because I don't follow college football chat. I'm gonna preface that with this. So I could have looked at complete.
He only played half. He gave up on his team. No.
Oh yeah, I heard he gave up on his team.
It was predetermined before the game went in. He was going to go put some last little bit of tape on, for the NFL. It's already been talked about, and then the second half is going to be the quarterback of the future. Get the ball rolling for the the Hurricanes to move forward. Like they got that freshman they put in for the second half. He looked good. They lost by 1, whatever. But in one half of football, dude put up 200 yards and 3 passing touchdowns. What else do you need to put on tape? What are you going to do? Go out there and get hurt, and now you're JJ McCarthy. You get drafted, and you can't even play your rookie year.
I mean, there's a lot of JJ McCarthy won a national championship, though, right? So different story.
Exactly. So he played for a national champion. Dude was playing for the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Hey man, hey, who doesn't love Pop-Tarts? Crooked commish. We will get to that question in just a second. But I will say this. If the storylines that came out are totally fake, all right, no problem. If it was predetermined, yeah, it's a bullshit storyline. That's nothing but a clickbait headlight. But if it's true and it wasn't predetermined and the team didn't know about it, like what's the difference between him and the linebacker from San Francisco that is now on suspension without pay and will probably never play another down in the league? Like, I understand that there's not a lot to play for. I get all that. Like, I see that, but no.
But do you honestly think that, one, his agent, because all these college players have agents now, or two, him or his family would then, because damn well when they go to Indianapolis for the combine for those 3 days, they get drilled with questions. Do you think they would do this knowing that they're going to get drilled with, oh, you quit on your team, oh, you didn't play the second half? No, I think there's no way that he just quit on his team when in 3 months from now there's going to be a combine and people are going to be asking you about that. No, there's in my mind there's no way that you can do that.
Well, so I agree with you on that, but why not just say it publicly before the game starts? Like make it 100% known. And I don't know if it did or not. So I might be speaking out
to make the other team then put whatever film there is on the other guy and like be prepared. I don't know. Maybe it was a game of chess.
Yeah, but chess for the Pop-Tart Bowl? So like you can't have it. It's a meaningless game, and they really want to win and all this other stuff. Like no.
Don't you dare! You just said, "Don't you dare!" Disgrace
right. That's my point.
Bowl.
That's my point. That's my point. It can't be both of those. Two of those things cannot be true, right? So the whole challenge here is if you can't say like, oh, it's a meaningless game, so who cares anyway? Versus, hey, we were trying to like outsmart this other team in this meaningless game. It's like, whoa, what? That doesn't make no damn sense. That don't make no damn sense. Players don't play in bowl games all the time. This happens all the time. Like this is standard status quo. Before you're going in that the bowl game is meaningless to you and it's just there for money. So this. Right. So just tell everybody beforehand.
In the same light, like you see what I mean. I don't know if you watched the game, probably not.
No.
But like, what do you call it? Shador Sanders definitely didn't help his draft stock last night.
Yeah, I heard he had a pretty rough game. That's good for me. Hey, good for me. Hey, why don't you fall all the way down to Tampa, baby? Fall all the way down to Tampa, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's all, I'm good. I'm good with it.
I gotta
So
don't.
I would
mean,
love it.
I think if we go back, and I think you can, back me on this. I've I've been saying I want Cam Ward, and then I got on the
Yeah,
Shador Sanders train there
yeah,
for like 2-3 weeks.
you have.
But like after watching both of those college games yesterday, I'm definitely full on the Cam Ward train.
Well, look, I hope it
Like,
works out for you. I think Cam Ward is going to be the next coming of Terrell Owens. That's how I see him. The things that he's come out and said in his press conference, right? He's basically came out, he had a Bret Hart press conference. I'm the best there ever was, the best there ever is, the best there ever will be. You better take me. And I mean, I literally thought he was cut a WWE promo when I heard this thing. So he's making headlines for a lot of wrong reasons, and his play better back it up. That's all I got to say about that. His play better back it up. He seems like he's a pretty good quarterback. But the things that he's saying are not prototypical quarterback things, which is very scary to me as a fan.
well, it don't matter because we're gonna end up fucking ourselves. We're gonna find a way to win, and then Philly's gonna be today, and then Philly's gonna fucking clinch
Play
something
nobody.
where they're gonna
Yeah.
play nobody next week. And actually, it would make sense because Philly would be screwing us if we did win because they'd be like, "Oh, you're not getting a number one over pick.
There
We
it
don't
is.
want to see Sanders or Ward for the next 10, 15 years.
Exactly.
So we'll let you, So
Yeah.
we'll end up drafting like 6th or 7th,
100%.
and then to get back in the top 3, we're gonna have to give a bunch of draft picks to one of those teams. So
Give up Malik
great.
Neighbors, you're gonna have to give up all your future assets. Totally get it. So
Yeah.
Crooked Commissioner, I do think if they were in the playoffs, he has to play that game. Maybe he wants to from a competitive standpoint. Play that game a little bit more. It also very much sounded like he just wanted to break some college football record too, which is another sign of like selfishness. And so that's a little scary. But to answer the question about who is the biggest disappointment, I think the biggest disappointment has to be Christian McCaffrey. I know that's probably your cookie cutter, box cutter answer, but he was going within the top 2 to 3 picks, if not one overall, probably one overall, like 99% of the time.
No. So
has to be, right?
I can't agree with that because
Okay.
Injuries are different. So mine would be Tyreek Hill. He was a top draft. He was a top 5 pick. He played every game despite the quarterback injury. He just didn't perform.
He's injured too, right? He's playing with a broken wrist all season long. Something like that. That's what I heard.
But he was playing. If he wasn't good enough to be playing, he should be out there. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Jerry, I don't know if you were here when Scotty was here. Scotty, are you still here? Scotty, if you're here, meet Jerry. Jerry, meet Scotty. You guys are having very conflicting opinions about what's happening right now. Scotty told me about an hour ago that Zach Taylor needs to be fired. He's the worst coach he's ever seen. He was there. He was in the end zone last night. Worst coach he's ever seen, hands down. He's got to go. Season's over.
I'm on Jerry's side. Jerry believes.
Jerry believes. Look, if there's one man that can beat the refs, if there's one man that can beat the officiating crew, I think it's Joe Burrow. But other than that, I don't know. Travis Etienne got drafted high as well. Wow. So, Crooked, I'll be very honest with you. Factor fantasy, for me, this year, I freed myself. This year. I used to be that guy who was in 13 different leagues and all different types of stuff. Look, I can't do it no more. I didn't do a single like weekly league, whatever you call them, where you play every week, you draft in the beginning. None of that.
Year-long fantasy.
I freed myself. Year-long fantasy. Yeah, didn't do any of that. I'm daily fantasy only this year, and then parlays and bets and everything else. So there's still a lot of degenerative things happening over here. Okay, let's not act like I'm out of the fantasy world completely. But that week, I didn't draft anybody this year. Oh, it's such a freeing feeling. Oh my God, it feels so good. So Dave, are you going to play no, probably not. I play my other game there. T-Dats. I play one called Lissa. And yeah, it's same thing. Big fan of that one. I have not looked into the other one at all. So I saw Valley's channel, but video on it. Was like, wow, those are interestingly drawn characters. So welcome in, also T-Dats. Welcome in.
It's kind of funny. I'm looking at my team here. And this is the team that I finished in 7th and barely missed the playoffs. Both players have been mentioned, Tyreek Hill and Etienne, were both on my team and both on my bench because they both sucked.
Yeah, there it is. So there's some overrated draft positions. That's exactly one of the reasons why these felt like it's so up and down, and like if I joined 5 leagues, I would typically make the playoffs in 3 in a very average year. So I felt like, I'm all right, I'm a bit above average, but like, man, it's a tough one. Dontavian Wicks. I'm looking at this roster lineup, chat. You guys have seen this roster. You probably have seen it long enough to pull it apart. I don't care. I'm using it. I'm using this roster, and we're going for it. We're absolutely going for it. So
we definitely have a few of the same people. It's gonna be fun.
What's that? Oh, we have yeah. Oh, do we? Yeah,
like 3 people the same. Yeah. Well, I mean, with 10 games, it's kind of hard not to.
Right.
But...
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. So let's go ahead and upload this bad boy up on in. We're listening, Jerry. Jerry, we're listening. We're listening. Yeah. Tell me what's going on. Look, there's a whole monologue here. I could.
Listen, Jerry, you don't tell me. I'm a believer in the Bengals. Granted, it's not in your hand. I mean, you could win next week and still not make the playoffs. So
that's very true. That's very true. I'll be honest with you. I have been on the Bengals. I've been a Bengals supporter all year long. I want them to do well.
Yes, but next year, please don't start off 0-4. Like we wouldn't be having these conversations if you guys got off the slow starts every single year.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like dead ass serious every single year. I'm sure people don't want to keep talking about that. You know what I mean? There's Scotty, meet Jerry, meet Scotty. Oh man, enjoy. Two of our most beloved Bengals fans right in here. What's going on, Nemesis? How you doing? Welcome in. Oh man. Let's check it out here. I don't know. This lineup, it didn't like jump out at me very much. It didn't jump out at me. Way too rich for my blood. I got to go back to the minnow pond. There's Nemesis. OG Platinum Dave. What's up with that? Oh man. What's up with Platinum? No. No, T-Dance, no. OG Platinum Dave. Oh man.
Let's see.
Why did I just get into a free one? I have no idea. We're just gonna join a couple here. I don't feel that strongly about this lineup that much. I do not feel that strongly about it right now. Oh man.
Who do y'all have next? Let's see. So
we're gonna make it a thing. OG Platinum Dave. I've been OG Diamond Dave for a very long time though, Nemesis. I've been Diamond Dave for a very, very long time. There's a big story about that. Okay, the ladies love the diamonds. You know what I mean? And I might have gotten that from a long time ago, and when I was friend zoned and been called it wasn't really friend zoned. It was totally different. But yeah, we're not going to get into that. Never mind. Why am I even telling that story? I'm fucking the man. Let's go. Let's continue right along. Daily DraftKings. Here's your reminder. Get into the Daily DraftKings. We can't wait.
Only 2 left.
That's right. There are only 2 left. We're gonna have to figure out something for the playoffs, though. I don't know if we could do a bracket or something. We'll have to figure that out.
No, there's something else I got coming for the playoffs.
Okay, all right. Hey, let Bam Bam cook. Just saying, we never have seen. I mean, look, I get it. I understand. But I'm not gonna go that far. I don't know. That's for you. That's for you to decide, and for me not to know. So. All right, I think next up we're getting into some parlays, right? Let me know if you want to get something before that.
No, I'm just saying Bengals Steelers next week and Broncos Chiefs. So you got to beat the Steelers, and I think the Chiefs can handle the Broncos, but are the Chiefs even going to be playing their starters? So it's going to be an interesting week 18 for sure.
It's weird. Like if you've got the first round bye, do you play your starters? Or do you just let it ride? Like that's a great question.
I think you might play them half the game because then you're not playing your starters for 2 straight weeks.
Right. 2 weeks, no game action. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of a lot. No.
I mean, I like it. You know what I mean? I like it. Let them Chiefs sit. But it really doesn't matter what's going to happen, right? Because the game's going to end up being close and tight. And all of a sudden, the Chiefs are going to get a flag that you'd be like, that kind of seems a little suspect, no? Like it's going to happen that way. So, I think you got to keep him in the lineup. I think you got to keep him in the lineup too, Scotty. I think so too. But when you got the refs on your side like the Chiefs do this year, man, ain't nobody worried about it. You know what I mean?
Let's see. Hold on 1 second before. I mean, you can go to the next section real quick. I just want to check one last thing.
Okay. Next section of what? Yeah.
The parlays. And
Yeah,
the
yeah, we're
Steelers
good.
are very much still playing for the AFC North because if the Ravens lose and the Steelers win, I think they can still clinch the division. So
Yep.
it's not like the Steelers are going to be. I mean, I hope the Bengals find a way to win. I really do. Good. It'd be a great story, but like I think the Steelers are definitely be playing their starters, so
Yep.
it's definitely going to be a tough week 18.
Playoffs have already started. You know what I mean? Playoffs have already started. For some teams, they've already started. You know, at least none of y'all have to lose to the Cowboys on your way to not making the playoffs. You know, that was a fantastic fucking week 16. Merry Christmas. Oh man, it is. Look, every good teams always seem to get favorable calls. Yes, this year is different. Different. Like normally, it's a handful of calls throughout the year. This
No,
year,
they're
it's like a
blatant this
handful
year.
of calls per game, is what it feels like. It's different. This year, it is different.
All right.
Oh
So
man.
to continue with, I think it's going to be probably every stream going forward. Quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers. I got quarterbacks here. Josh Allen, Rodgers. Despite the Jets' struggles, and the Bills, they both seem to put up 200 yards weekly, despite win or loss. So 200 for those two seems like a no-brainer. I got Bryce Young and Baker Mayfield. Um, I think despite Evans or saying that I don't care about the record, he cares about the record. I think Baker cares about the record. He gets 200 yards. Bryce Young,
Baker cares about the record, that's for sure.
He's going to get his 200 yards today. Kenny Pickett, I went 175. Same with Drew Lock, Aiden O'Connell, and Mason Rudolph. I kind of just threw those in there to boost that parlay odds. 175. I mean, come on. It seems if you're going to play the whole 4 quarters, especially for a lot of these teams who are probably going to be down in the 4th quarter, 175 seems kind of low. The Giants we're going to be down. We're going to be throwing the ball. Aiden O'Connell against the Saints. Both of those teams probably it's going to be like 15-16 at the end of that game. So, unless Brock Bowers just takes over, which I hope he does for my fantasy team. And then Mason Rudolph against the Jags defense, he could go for 175. I mean, why not?
Totally get it. Yeah. I'm not tailing it. There's a lot in here that I worry about too. I hope you hit it though. But yeah, the minus 470, minus 400. I don't know if those helped or hurt the odds. We'll have to see how that ends up being. They say it's very likely to happen. Vegas is like, hey, I think that's 4 times as likely to happen than not. So it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, Kenny Pickett scares me a little bit. I'm with you, Scotty. And then obviously Bryce Young ain't getting shit. Fuck Bryce Young. He ain't doing shit. Okay. They're not running the game. They're not going to be able to pass it. Bucks by 50 on our way to the Super Bowl. I gotta stop. I'm gonna stop.
You got to get there first.
I'm gonna stop. The bottom one here I really like. This one here I really like.
Yeah. So Jonathan Taylor went beast mode last week against our trash defense. He can very easily get over 100 today, so I took him for 70. Tyrone Tracy, 40 yards. It wouldn't let me take any less. I mean, I could have took 25 yards, but like it was like negative 1,000. I wasn't even going to put money on that. Saquon, he's rushing for a record. I think he'll go over 100, so I went with 80 there. And still, it's negative 420. So like, that's crazy. That's absolutely going to happen. Kendry Miller, 40 yards. I guess. I mean, I don't really know much about him. Brees Hall, 40 yards. Negative 260. I think they feel like that's going to happen. Pretty good odds. Tank Bigsby, him and ETN split, so hopefully he can get 40. And then Rashad White, 25 yards. Absolutely, I'll take 25 yards for any running back, even if they do split carries.
I agree. I love it. Even though I'm a big Bucky guy, had a fantastic Christmas, Scotty. Hopefully you did too.
I love
If you
Bucky,
celebrate.
but like,
yeah,
to get 40 yards for Bucky Irvin was like negative 700.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, for sure, 100%. I don't know why they have White so low today on yards. I think maybe the fumbles, and they're thinking maybe he's going to get a little less playing time, which it's just not going to happen. Like he's got to fix the fumbling problem. He's had 2 crucial fumbles this year that have probably cost us games. So did Bucky. So I don't, like we got to fix our running back room. Like we got to figure out how to handle this up. So it is what it is. But I think we still trust White. We trust number 1 out there. And absolutely, I think it was great. So you were 9 rushing yards for winning. Oh man, that's a tough one, Scotty. Oh God, I hate that. Oh,
I've
sorry
had
to
a
hear
few
that.
this year that have been like one reception,
Yeah,
10 yards away. Like it's the
yeah,
worst when you hit like a 5-piece parlay and 4 of them hit. Like
yep.
last week when I had 10 touchdowns and 9 of them scored, and fucking Malik Neighbors can't score a touchdown.
I know that one. That one was tough. That one was brutal. That one was brutal. I've got one that I'm absolutely in love with. We'll get to it here. We'll get to it here shortly. Let's check out what you got in the air. Ooh, what do we got here?
Yeah. So this is my receiving ones.
I might be able to tail this one.
I think Kenny Pickett gonna come in and go to the number 1 option early and often. AJ Brown 5 receptions or more. CD Lamb pretty much on the shelf for the rest of the year. Give it to your vet. Go to Brandon Cooks. 3 catches. Malik Neighbors, he's like 13 yards away from a record or 1,000-yard, or I think he's like, I forget how many yards, but it's not much from 1,000 yards. Michael Pittman, Joe Flacco's playing, so whenever those two play, they seem to connect.
Yep.
4 receptions. I think it's either going to be a back and forth game because both defenses are bad, or it's going to be like a 9-6 field goal game in Tennessee. So I have Calvin Ridley and Brian Thomas Jr. going for 5 and 4. And then Brock Bowers will continue to be the gem of the Raiders, 5 catches. And then Khalil Shakir for 4 receptions in Buffalo. Even though Coleman and Cooper are coming back. So we'll see what happens with that game. But yeah, I put this together. I think this could have a good chance of hitting.
I like this one. I like this one a lot. I'm looking at it here. 5 catches is always a little high, so I may drop them down to 4. But for Bowers, Thomas, and Neighbors. But yeah, definitely AJ Brown. I'd go down to 4. It'd probably ruin the odds, but you know what? I like it. I like it a lot. I could see it.
Yep.
I got faith. Oh, FanDuel let you put an anytime touchdown on Mike Evans. FanDuel fucked me all morning long. It kept telling me not eligible for parlays, not eligible for parlays, not eligible for parlays. Hammer Mike Evans anytime touchdown. All right, they wouldn't let me put any money on it. They would not take my money.
So what's better than getting screwed once? You get screwed twice. I put him back in the lineup. Malik Neighbors going to screw me 2 weeks in a row. Love it. I got him getting me an anytime touchdown. Tank Bigsby because fuck Travis Etienne. I got Calvin Johnson on one of his 4 catches is going to be a touchdown. Brock Bowers, one of his 5 catches is going to be a touchdown. Brees Hall.
Rewind. Hold on. Guys, I'm just going to let you know this right now. Do not bet on Calvin Johnson to get a touchdown. Calvin Johnson will not score you.
You never know. He might have a better chance than some of these guys on the list today. I got Brees Hall getting in the end zone, and Mike Evans getting in the end zone because he's Mike Evans.
Ooh, we got a hot question about a championship playoff. This is it. You win the whole thing. Smitty, J-Mo, Josh Downs, or Juwan Jennings.
Who the hell is Smitty?
Smitty. Is that Jonnu Smith? My head went to Jonnu Smith, but
well, these are all receivers.
Could be a flex spot. Yeah. Of all these, I like J-Mo the most, right? I think.
Yeah, for sure.
I see he's been hitting home runs, and I think it continues. Devontae Smith.
If it was Jalen, I would go Devontae for sure.
Yeah.
But I like J-Mo.
I'm J-Mo. I'm J-Mo here. I'm going J-Mo all the way around. Josh Downs plays well with Flacco, so maybe Juwan Jennings.
Maybe. You know what you're getting with J-Mo.
Yeah. My problem with the 49ers is their offensive line is consisted of basically high school players at this point. I think they're on their fifth left tackle, like 5th string left tackle, 4th string left guard. Like one of them is left as a starting caliber player. The others are literally practice squad people they've gotten. So I just don't know about Juwan Jennings. I think Jennings gets in the end zone, but I don't think he has a great day. Give me J-Mo all day. Yeah. I think that's probably, we're probably overthinking it, right? We're way too overthinking it. It's easy, J-Mo. You go with the high scoring guy. Why not?
I got Saquon, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Bucky at flex. No.
Oh, you're good.
That's you
You're good.
got like the
Good.
best
You're
three
good. You're good.
running backs you could have right there. Jeez.
Exactly. Exactly. You're good. You're good. Let's go, Bucky. Let's go, Bucky. Oh man, it's absolutely fantastic. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Um, DK did put up a
Yeah.
stinker. Yeah, he did. He did put up a stinker. That was pretty rough. That's pretty rough. So, well, we do wish you the best of luck. I think JMO's the one, right? Especially if Hail Mary. I mean, you're talking about a guy who could catch 260-yard bombs in the end zone. So, oh man, just threw you just threw in two cooks with some reason. Oh, nice. All right, cool. We will check those out here shortly. Let's get into the last one here that you've got. This looks like another reception parlay. I like it. Or was this from last week?
That was last week.
It was last week. Yeah, you're right. This is last week, or yeah, a while ago. Okay, let's get rid of that.
I did have a special that I threw in.
Okay.
There, that's the one.
Oh, yeah, it's cut off. I don't know what's going on. There we go. There we go. Interesting. Just three players.
There we go. Yep. So I had like some money left in my account that I was trying to throw away because I didn't want it anymore. So I was like, how can I waste money that I know won't hit? I was like, I'll take this. Absolutely. I hope you win. We can be fellow champs together. Good luck in your endeavors.
Good luck in the championship. Absolutely.
So yeah, Baker Mayfield, Drew Lock, Mason Rudolph, to throw 8 or more combined touchdowns today. I don't know why I did it, but I did it, and it's over. And I'm gonna hope it hits, but it probably won't. And you know what? I'll move on, and I'll be making another bet next week. But if it hits, I'll be very happy. I think Baker Mayfield could probably get 3 today. Why not? And then I need 5 combined from the other two. Drew Lock when the Giants are only averaging one touchdown a game. So then I'm requiring Mason to throw 4 today.
No, you're not. You're really not. You're really not. Baker, 5. You need 3 from the other two. Baker's getting 5. Baker's gonna bake today. Bombs in Tampa. Mike Evans 80 yards. Mike Evans 65 yards. Bombs in Tampa. That's it.
Fine. If Baker gets 5, I'll take 1 from Drew Lock and 2 from Mason Rudolph. As long as one of them is Calvin Ridley, not Johnson.
Yeah. Calvin, not Johnson, Ridley. Oh man, absolutely fantastic. Look, if you can't tell, we happen to be big fans of the old of Calvin Johnson. That guy was so good at football, wasn't he?
Yeah,
that guy was so good at football.
I guarantee you, he'd still be playing if he got a team that they are now.
I agree with you on that. And then one more parlay that you did send me a little while ago. This is kind of getting into the picks a little bit, but that's okay because we didn't do the Fave 5 this week.
Yeah, so this kind of go back to the previous segment where we're on Fave 5s because my account got locked this week due to a stupid bye week that I didn't even know you could use until week like 15.
Same here.
So I kind of did one, but not really. It'll just count for my bank account. I took the Carolina Panthers to cover the 9.5 because 9.5 in a divisional game is just a lot to me. I think that Buccaneers will win, but I think that it will be by like 8. I got the Giants. Come on. I know we're going to lose this game, but like we haven't won a game at home all year. At least keep it respectful today. Okay? Don't go out and get trounced by 21 to Joe Flacco and the retirement home. Okay? I have the Packers. I think they beat the Vikings, but I took the points. I just think the Packers are a better team. I think the Vikings, like I know, sorry, but I think the Vikings have won the teams that have been on their record, but they haven't been good teams. I got the Commanders beating the Falcons. I think they cover the 3.5. I love that ending to that game last week. That was really good for the Commanders. I think that momentum
that was insane, wasn't it? That was an insane ending to watch last week. I thought it was
think that
cool
momentum carries on into today at home. And then I got the Lions beating the 49ers. I think they're just too good. I think the 49ers are kind of way too beat up. And I think the Lions cover the 3.5.
Okay. I like it a lot too. You think the Packers are going to win? Oh no, you think the Packers are going to win by 1.5? Yeah, see that's a pick'em game, right? It's a tough game to call in my opinion. But we're going to talk about that game ad nauseum here in a second. Sorry, I am just getting Scotty's picks lined up here so we can talk about those real quick. Take a look at this along with some reasonings is what I was told. So let's talk about these, Scotty. Let us know what you got thinking here. Here we go. Okay. All right. We're ready to go. All right. Whoa. Who's smoking what? Who's smoking what? Oh man, your belt now? Oh boy. You won yours last week? Nice. Yeah, good job, Scott. Yeah. Not gonna lie, it's not looking good. Yeah. Ladd and Jamar kind of oh really? Oof. Yeah, I saw the Chargers last week. Yeah, it was a rough one. Chargers definitely did put in some work last night. That was an interesting one. Patriots, oof, man. What a way to go out and you see. Hopefully they can redeem themselves next week and not have such a bad taste.
Interesting.
So, this is a hot take. 100 yards for Jonathan Taylor, Bucky Irving, and Bijan Robinson. There's some thought process here, right? So 216 yards versus Titans. Okay. Giants allow the second most rush yards in the NFL. Wow. Bijan ran for 94 against them last week. Okay. 6 games with 100 yards. Okay. 5 running. I mean, these are all bullet points for sure. 152 yards in the exact match on December 1st. Yeah. 100 yards plus in 2 or 3 games, 15 attempts. His attempts line today is 16.5. Now, that's a stat that I like to see. That's an interesting one. I don't know why they have us leaning so heavily on him and not on Rachaad White, but Vegas always knows. You know what I mean? Like, Vegas knows. So, Panthers allow the most rush yards in the NFL. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, okay. I was going to say, wait. Just Giants are second most. Okay. So, I see it, but I'm not willing to bet on Bijan. I just can't bet on Bijan. But those of you that can bet on Bijan, I mean, this might be one for you to hammer. That's all I'm saying, bam. This might be one that you could take it to the bank. This feels like it's a good one, no?
No, I'm not betting on 100. I mean, I know we're going to lose, but I'm not going to bet 100. I don't want to see Jonathan Taylor rush all day against my defense that badly.
No, that's fair. That's fair enough. That's a fair assessment. But
it's gonna happen, but yeah. I don't want to win money because it happens.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. Saquon Barkley, also Bijan. Man, could you do all 5 of them parlayed together? Wow. I mean, I can't do it. I'm not betting on Bijan, but I guess it's 4 of them, right? Bijan's in here twice.
Well, James Conner already played, and it didn't happen because he got hurt.
Oh, gotcha. James Conner already played. Okay, gotcha. All right, so this one already went down. Damn.
They would have lost my money.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. He did play yesterday, so. Yeah, you could have, but yeah, I mean, look, barring injury, like nobody can foresee injury, right? Nobody could see that.
Right.
You know.
Only got me 2.6 fantasy points in my final. It's okay. I hope he recovers and,
Gotcha.
He's okay.
You're saying it's very personal to you at this point. It's very personal. I can hear it in the voice, for sure. Interesting pick, Scotty. I do wish you luck on the first one though, for sure. Plus 977 is not bad for a little 3-piece. A little 3-piece parlay, not bad at all. Yeah. Unless that's for next week too. You never know, right? The James Conner one. All right, so we'll come back to that one. We'll cover that last. But yeah, this is what I cooked up this morning. Finally got the Mike Evans to go through. Took me forever to get this one to go through, but this is not a little bad one, right? Got a little 10-piece McNugget, trying to get the home run here. Mike Evans anytime touchdown. Brock Bowers, anytime touchdown. Josh Downs, he's been playing well. I don't know. I just think that Flacco's going to have to air it out a little bit more than they want to. I don't know. I'm hoping for it. Saquon on the ground. I got Devontae Adams and I got James Cook. It's a 6-piece. So this is a lot. It's a lot. But we're going after these chicken McNuggets. We're trying to bring them home. I didn't hate any of the stuff that was listed here, other than when I started seeing Brock Bowers at plus 221 for an anytime touchdown. I'm like, what do they know that I don't know? What do they know that I don't know? That was a little scary. So, we'll see what happens as we break that one down. This one, I kind of went a little all over the place. I said, well, what can we do here? I'm all in on the Mike Evans touchdown. I think he gets in the end zone today. I think he has a really big day. Jalen McMillan, 20-yard catch. I like it. He's a big play guy over there. He likes to catch the balls. Brandon Cooks to get a 20-yard reception as well. Micah Parsons to record a sack. I love to see that. Kenny Pickett. We're going to see one of those things go in there. And either Josh Allen or Breece Hall anytime touchdown. I like that one a lot. One of those two I really believe are both probably going to get in. And then JT, I think eventually he will break in. A little 5-piece here, but then the real piece de la resistance. If you're part of the DraftKings group, you can see this. I'm going to go ahead and try to zoom in best I can. This is a 10-piece parlay. Going for the home run here. This is going for the home run. This is high odds across the board. Give me Khalil Shakir to get in the end zone, which I think we both like that. We see good things from Shakir today. I like Jalen McMillan. I really do. I like AJ Brown. I like Michael Pittman. Give me Brock Bowers. Calvin Johnson Ridley. Give me Jonnu Smith.
Of course.
Give me Justin Jefferson.
Why not?
Jaden Daniels and George Kittle.
Okay.
So
all right. 10
anytime touchdowns, and we're going to retire. This is how we're going to end the season. This is how we're going to go out, is with a little bit like this. I don't know. I call me crazy.
So you're telling me you picked 10 things to happen. You're telling me that you put one of your team's players on the list.
I did.
Yeah, 9 of the 10 things are happening.
All of these things are happening but Jalen McMillan. Look, I'll be perfectly fine if the first 9 things happen and it's George Kittle who doesn't get in, right? Because we will have cashed out well in advance of getting to the Monday night game. If that happens. I guess I should take that back. If it gets over, I don't know. It depends on what the cash out is. We'll have to see.
$10,000.
We'll have to see. Yeah, it'd be hard to pass up, wouldn't it? It'd be real hard to pass up. So, but we shall see. Who knows? Jalen has been tearing it up. Maybe Carolina knows that too and stops him from getting in there. It's very well possible. But yeah, I'll have eyes on it. That's for sure. I will definitely have eyes on it. I can't wait. So, I am stupidly excited.
Is this the app that encourages cash outs?
Yeah, this is DraftKings. Yep. It's on DraftKings. So they are very, very quickly there. So, if the bet is cashed out, the boost will be canceled also. So yeah, you can't, so they won't give me the odds boost if we cash out. So I'm sure that's why the cash out will be a little bit lower. Yeah.
What's 33%?
Well, I mean, yeah, this would be 100 and this would be 70 some odd thousand instead of 112. So something along those lines. I believe.
Okay.
I mean, either way, I like it. I like these odds. I like this one a lot. This is a big one. So if you're part of the DraftKings group, you can follow along in the group. If you're not in that part of it, what are you doing? Get into the DraftKings group. Can't wait for that. And then I've got one more little parlay. Thank you. One more little parlay I've got here. I believe. Yep, right here. Oh, this is way too zoomed in. Here we go. So one little parlay right here. I'm still riding with the kickers, even though the kickers really screwed me last week in so many more ways than one. And I can't believe the football gods did not accept my offering of destroying, Cowboys memorabilia that I had in my house. It's very upsetting that we did not do that. So we're probably still cursed, and all my bets are cursed, and everything that I think is going to happen is not. But we'll see what happens. As I take a look at these kickers, I do like, give me Chase McLaughlin, give me Daniel Carson, give me Graham Gano. Come on, we got to get 2 field goals. We got to. Jake Elliott, Kenny Pickett sucks. Come on, what are we doing? And then Indianapolis too. Hey, let's get a defensive performance. Let's get a stout defensive performance. To get a couple field goals out of Matt Gay. You know what I mean? Just a couple early on.
I like it.
So I like this one a lot. Again, didn't put a lot of chicken McNuggets on it. Put a couple in there, but here we are. We'll take it from there. We'll see how it all plays out. Let me get rid of some of these, and then let's get into picking the games. Let's get into picking the games. Let's talk about this a little bit.
You know where you don't have to pick kickers?
Where's that?
Daily DraftKings.
Daily DraftKings. That's right. Make sure you get in the Daily DraftKings. Feel free to hop on in. How are we doing? How many people have entered so far? Let's check it out.
We're only up to 4, so I'm a little disappointed.
4. All right, well, that's fair. Look, I mean, it's holiday weekend. Like, I get it. I totally get it. Well, hopefully it still fires, right? We had that problem where it didn't fire last time. So I click around trying to find the right thing. Make sure you get in. Come take our money. We do have to tag everybody in the Discord, too, at some point in time. So Let's see here. SST right here. Yeah, 410 so far. It looks like we got enough to fire. I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Or no. At 45, it needs something. But yep, we're in there. We got some folks in there. Feel free to join if you'd like. Let's talk about these games. So many games have already happened, right? Let's just go ahead and reveal what we had. We'll do the helmet picks real quick for these, because Helmet doesn't care the game's already played. Helmet doesn't care the game's already played. So we were all in the Chiefs, and we were all right. Look at that. Shocking that we chose the Chiefs to beat the Steelers.
You can go green for all of them.
Is that right? We can go green for all of them. Okay, well, we can't, actually. We can't.
Oh.
One of us here thought the Broncos might actually, pull it out here. One of us were tired that the damn Bengals, kept ruining our picks every single time. One of us was a little sick and tired of it. And one of us knew that we needed to have red and green in order for it to be the Christmas spirit.
There you go. I love it.
So I'm starting to down a game from everyone, which is fair. You can take a look and see where we are so far. I've pulled ahead a little bit from the last place. It was me and Lady Bam. We were fighting for last place. I pulled ahead a little bit, but not last place. Helmet's in last place. Helmet has locked up last place. Very sorry. So I was pulling ahead. Trying to catch Bam Bam. I'm 3 away from catching Bam Bam. Now I'm 4 away. Now I'm even further away. Lady Bam is running so far ahead away from everyone else, though, up by 12 at this point. I think she's almost to the point where she could literally take next week off and still win. So How did that happen? How did this happen? How did we, the experts, lose on our own show this year?
Yep. You got to keep them coming back.
Yeah. I mean, look, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It is what it is. So let's get into this real quick and see what we got coming on here. So I have no idea how this is going to go, but yeah, so far all these games went pretty much as most people expected. I thought the Chargers game would be pretty close. I did.
It could have went. You could have been the only one to be all green. It was very close.
Yes, it was very, very close. It was, it was close, but ultimately I failed. I failed you, Anakin. And that's where we ended up with right there. So let's go ahead and pop on over to this. Let's just make sure, see what we got working here. Looks like it's, I have no idea what's happening. It does look like we are kind of, okay, frozen. So we're not frozen. I thought we were frozen there for a second. So
yeah, we had good luck with that today.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, is this not working? Okay, great. All right, so I've got all the helmets lined up, so that's why you kind of see a couple of them in here. Let's go ahead and get these gloves on, and let's get to doing the picking here. Because we have a lot of games to talk about. I mean, first game is really Jets-Bills, like that we're going to discuss and talk about here. What do you think? Jets and Bills is going on. Break it down for us.
I mean, I don't really think there's much to break down. I think by this point in the season, they are who they are. The Jets are floundering. They're going to have a lot of off-season decisions to make. I guess Rodgers has said that he's willing to tutor, but do you really even want to do that now? Just let him go. Let him do his thing. Start over. I think the Bills are on this one.
Yeah, I think the question is by how much, right? I think that's the question. Will they cover? What's the current spread right now? I don't really know what the answer to that question is.
What is it, 7.5?
Only 7.5. Okay, so yeah, that's
Let me
fair.
check.
I think they cover 7.5. I think it's the Bills by 14 today, and I'm kind of shocked that it's not higher. I'm kind of shocked that it's not higher. So Helmet did not screw.
9.5. I'm sorry, 9.5.
9.5. All right, that's fair. That's a little fair. Again, I'm on the 14 bandwagon here. Give me the 14. You know what I mean? So the Seahawks. Wow, Helmet is picking correct this week. Look at this. Look at this. If anybody out there does choose to do a helmet override, you let us know. Obviously, you're not going to override any one of these here. But just shouting that out there. Shout that. You have that option over there. Check out this bad boy right here. Helmet is picking right all along. Is this the week Helmet turns it around?
Makes a comeback.
Helmet turns it around, or is Helmet just no simply because the games have already
Games have
happened?
already happened.
You know, like were they aware? Were they aware of these things? Right. Just give me one Helmet, please. Broncos. Nope. So I should have known better. I should have known better. I should have known better. Granted, this didn't happen until right now. So Broncos, Rams.
I must say your glove typing has gotten a lot better.
Yeah, a lot better. Yeah, getting a little bit easier to handle that. And Rams. They were on the Rams. Look at that. All on the Rams. So maybe it's not that much of a curse today. Yeah. I would concede that it won't be that much of a curse. So, but this is the game we just talked about. Again, it's just really a question of how much will the Bills win by. And I happen to agree with that statement as well. Helmets on the Bills.
All right.
We'll have to see if anybody is a believer in the Jets here. I can't imagine that we are. We're not. We're not. Fair enough. Titans, Jaguars.
Yep.
Anything to really discuss here? What was the spread on this game? Was what half? A game and a half?
1.5, correct.
1.5. I mean, outside of the fact
basically going to be a coin flip.
Yeah, outside of the fact that Calvin Johnson is coming back to play for the Tennessee Titans. Other than that, that would be the one thing that I would say that's going to tip the scales in the favor of the Titans. So I think we both kind of knew about that was going to happen. Maybe we're both just chasing, trying to claw our way up to as high as we can. Either way, I like the Titans. Give me the Titans by like 2 or 3 or some small number.
I mean, personally, I would love the Jaguars to win. And I need the Raiders to win today as well. But I just think the Titans squeak one out here.
Fair enough. Helmet seems to
that scares me.
think that the Jaguars are going to win.
That scares me because the last time Helmet agreed with you, it was a loss.
Oh boy. Well, it thinks the Jags are going to win, not the Titans. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're good.
So so I think you're probably fine there. I think you're probably fine. Probably fine. I assume. So this is the game of the week. We talked about this a little bit earlier. This is probably going to be the game that we really want to get into. So you got the Packers traveling on the road in Minnesota. You're on the Packers. Lady Bam's also on the Packers.
Yeah, I think.
Whereas
you're on the Vikings. What we talked about earlier, we looked at the schedules, and I just think I think the Packers get the W here. I think they won last time. I think they won this time.
Interesting. Well, they were in Green Bay last time. Omega wants the Vikings win solely based on getting into the playoffs at the highest seed possible, I'm sure, as of right now in that strength of schedule stuff. I don't know. I look at this and I think to myself, it's the Vikings' time. I think Sam Darnold is so sick and tired of where am I going? He's like, why wouldn't I be here? I think it's one of those things where he puts up a monster day.
Daniel Jones is there. You're not going to be there.
Let's pick the game. My man just said Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is going to unseat Darnold. Come on now. Helmet agrees with you all. The Packers.
Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
The cheeseheads.
Right Helmet's been right a lot. So the Green Bay Packers team, I think they're playing well. I think it's another close game, but give me the Vikings. I think they need it just a little bit more, but we'll see.
For your reveal, I was actually going to change this to the Raiders. I just think the Raiders are probably going to win this one.
Okay.
So if it says Saints, which I think it does, I'm changing that one.
Okay, so you're changing. Oh no, yours says Raiders.
Oh,
yep.
Yeah,
okay.
It said Raiders. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, fair enough. Look, I'm also going with the Raiders simply because they have no quit, right? Antonio Pierce says, "Hey, I'm a head coach." Okay, I realize that I kind of got on a roll last year and kept my job and I went from interim to head coach. But hey, I'm a head coach, and my job is not to lose football games. I don't care what the fans want. I don't care what the front office wants. I'm here to win football games. So
for me, it was more of what I don't like what I see out of Rattler, the quarterback for the Saints.
Oh yeah.
I know the Viking or the Raiders are banged up, but I think Aiden O'Connell, despite not being like a world beater or even like probably the quarterback of the future there, I think he gives you that familiarity or whatever the word is with the system, and I think they just pull one out.
I think so too. I'm going with my heart because fuck the fucking Saints. Okay, fuck the fucking Saints. Let's go Raiders. Okay, that's how I feel about this game today. So that's why I chose them. That's 100% why I chose them. Fuck the Saints. That's why. They got no Alvin Kamara, right? They're banged up. Fuck them. Fuck them. Lose to the fucking Raiders. Have fun.
Yep.
So I
And that
say
would be
you
good for
about
me
Saints.
too. They would go to 4 wins. The Giants would still be at 2.
Helmet likes the Saints. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Please take the Saints. Please do. INTs. Boom. Oh, man. It's so crazy to think that if both the Lions and Vikings win, it means a 14 team won't win the division for the first time. I mean, that is an incredible stat. Obviously, now we're in, 17-game season rather than 16. So the likelihood of that has gone up from, like almost 0 to probably, 1% chance or something like that. So I totally understand. I get it. I absolutely see it. So let's see here. Anybody, Vegas says we're 10-point favorites here. Anybody happen to agree with them? Looks like we all agree that the Bucs are going to win this one. So see what happens. Again, I'd love to go on some diatribe about how we're going to win and how we're going to be the team to beat them and everything else. I mean, hey, look at that. Boom, on the Panthers. Gotta love it. I'd love to go on some long diatribe, but here's what I'm going to tell you. I cursed us last week, okay? There's certain things that you don't do as a fan in my eyes, right? And you never bet against your own team in any way, shape, or form. You don't put a player who's going against your own team. You don't put a bet. You don't put a parlay. You don't do a fantasy thing. You just never do it. And I've lived by this for many years of my life. Many, many years of my life. And last week, I fucked up. And that fuck up, I really need to get this on this button here. But last week, that fuck up, chat, I just want you to know, cost us a game against the Dallas Cowboys. And to all the Buccaneers fans out there, the crew, you're listening, I just want you to know that I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. I will do no more sleep bets going forward. I will be carefully curating and making sure that my parlays are appropriate going forward. If I had the sad music, I'd play it right now because I would have told you that after we beat the Cowboys last week, we would be on a run right now to the likes that nobody's ever seen. We would have been the start of something beautiful. Our defense would be getting healthy next week and into the playoffs. We would have been on our way to steamrolling whatever team that we play, whether it's the Vikings or the Green Bay Packers at home. We would have trounced them in the first round.
We're back.
And they missed it. I don't know what's taking all the damn resources right now. It's killing me.
We were fine all day.
I know it might be one of these two.
Then you started talking about Dallas, and
we start talking about Dallas, and there we go. Yeah, there we go. So I wonder, it's got to be too many Chrome windows or something like that. I'm not entirely sure what the problem is, but here we are. So we were fine up until I loaded the helmet. That's what it was, up until we loaded the helmets. So the helmet cam. All right. So we'll talk about it after this. But yeah, we definitely got to have some changes going forward. This we can't keep doing this way. So anyway, that's my long and short of it. You guys heard what I was saying. Okay, let's move on. I felt like that was a long dramatic thing to get cut off by us getting disconnected. Wah, wah, wah. Colts Giants. We're all in the Colts here, except for Lady Bam, who believes. Bam believes.
She just wants me to feel good, and I told her she doesn't have to do it, and she did it anyway.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you on that. It's definitely a challenge. Giants are in for a rough season, but I like where you guys are for the offseason. You cut the ties with Daniel Jones already. Moving forward, we're not Pete Rose. Yeah, that sucks. Sorry, Pete Rose too. But you're right. We don't play for the team. Nothing we can do there. I gotta do it this way now. Helmet thinks the Giants. Colts. Hammer the Colts, guys. Hammer the Colts. So we're just gonna move right along. Move right along. We're not gonna beat that one to death.
Yeah.
I totally understand. Believe me, I get it. Dolphins Browns. This is actually a close game, and it has some meaning, right? Like the Dolphins are almost in the playoffs, so I feel like the Dolphins got to do something. You know,
they're sort of like on the Bengals, where they're hoping and praying for other things to happen, but there's still a possibility.
Yep. You want the Browns to win. Oh, that helps your strength of schedule there, Omega. All right, fair enough. Okay, great. So you can still hear me. So we're reconnected successfully. I do not know what is eating up all of the damn resources, though. I don't know what the hell's going on. But yeah, we're gonna have to make some wholesale changes here very, very soon. I was waiting till the end of the season, but I may have to. We'll
only one
stay
more
on
week.
For like 2 seconds afterwards. Yeah, we'll stay on for 2 seconds afterwards. But all right, Dallas. Let's get through this as quickly as we can. I'm here to tell you right now. Philadelphia, you're fighting for your playoff lives. I get it. I'm here to tell you right now, Dallas is winning this game. Cooper Rush, even without CeeDee Lamb, is going to be too much for that trash-ass Eagle squad to maintain. Give me Dallas, and give me Dallas by 3, okay? I'm taking Dallas. Dallas is a juggernaut. Any team that can do what they did to the Super Bowl champions Buccaneer team, oh no, they're taking the Eagles out. And we should all be lucky that Dallas is not in the playoffs. That's how I feel about it. We should be lucky that the juggernaut that is Dallas should be out there. We lost Bam Bam. He's like, oh man, that motherfucker started talking about Dallas. I gave him the deuces. I'm out. Peace. Hell yeah, he did. Anthony Richardson style. Get me the fuck out of this game, coach.
I mean, I don't know must be something really good in that cup of yours today.
Oh man. Oh, it's just little Jamba Juice. And helmet agrees with me. Better go hammer the Eagles. Go hammer the Eagles, guys.
It wasn't the fact that you picked Dallas. You called them juggernauts. Like,
dude, any team that can beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. See what we did to the Chargers after we beat them like they owed us money. And you see what I mean.
You're saying right now I should put all my money on the Broncos to win the Super Bowl?
You know, I mean, it's not a bad idea. Just throwing that out there. Not a bad idea. None of us believe the Falcons can win this game. I think the Commanders are 3.5-point favorites right now. Hopefully Michael Penix looks like a rookie and not like a starting caliber quarterback. That's gonna be a tough one. Wow. Okay. This is playing out to be like exactly how we think it would. Interesting. We're on the Lions. Nobody thinks the 49ers are going to win this game, right? Like, that's an impossibility here?
No.
It's an impossibility here, right? Ooh, including the helmet. Yeah, we're all on the Commanders there, Omega, 100%. All on the Commanders. We need that to happen. We're all on the Lions, including the last guy here, including the helmets. Oh boy. Not much to really talk about in some of these games. I think the most interesting game of the week that we have left to really consider or think about is Packers Vikings. That's it. Yeah. Hopefully the Buccaneers Panthers is a snooze fest and we're up by 35 in the first quarter. It'd be great. You know, no anxiety. Don't want to have any of those issues. You're overriding the Lions. All right. Appreciate that. You're like, nope. Lions can't lose, huh? But no, there's a big part of me that wants to take the 49ers. But I just can't. Not with that offensive line. Like, they're not running the ball. Like, they're not going to do what they did. They got no running back. They got no offensive line. Like, there's no way, right? No way that this happens, right?
No, I think we're good.
Man. Yeah, I think we're set. What else do we got left to discuss? Our parlays are in. The big 100,000 chicken McNuggets is going to happen. 10 things. All 10 are going to happen. I'm so excited for that one. Yes. Good luck to you and your parlays.
Came this close to what happened last week.
Yes, you did. It was so close, chat. It was so close. So,
Yep.
all
Still got
right.
time to get in. You got an hour and 15 minutes to get into the DraftKings. Only 2 more to go. So let's go out with a bang. Other than that, I think we'll have a snooze fest of a day here with some of these games. And I don't know, maybe that Bills, or no, that one's gonna suck. Yeah, so only one good game today. So good luck in all your parlays, or if you're in this playoffs of your fantasy football. Good luck.
Absolutely.
And yeah, I think we'll see you next Sunday.
Sounds good, everybody. Yep. Next Sunday we'll be there, or we'll catch up with you on the Discord. One of the two. Omega posts the best memes in the Discord. So thank you for doing that all year long too. By the way, I really do. I do appreciate it. It makes me laugh every time. So I'm enjoying the heck out of it. I do appreciate it. All right, we're out of here. See y'all later. Bye. Button. What? What button? Hold on. Wait. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had a blast. Follow our socials. This won't be the last. See you next week. Same time, same place. Bet responsibly. Keep a steady pace. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had a blast. Follow our socials. This won't be the last. See you next week, same time, same place. Bet responsibly, keep a steady pace. Bet responsibly, keep a steady pace.